Obviously, transportation is extremely important to the city because that's how people get to and from home, to school, to their place of work, to shopping opportunities. So we're very focused on how people are getting around our community.
Not everyone owns their own vehicle or is able to use all forms of public transportation. So sometimes it's that bicycle or that scooter becomes the main form of transportation.
If you have access to reliable transportation every day, you don't necessarily have a gatekeeper, you can have better opportunities for economic mobility. And that's something that we see as a direct link between transportation and economic mobility in our community. So our number one physical asset that we own as a city are our streets and sidewalks and rights of way. And so how we use those streets and rights of way is very important and can really shape the way that your city works. If we invest only in building roads, we're going to quickly run out of money and space.
We know that here in Jefferson County, we have some real serious challenges, complex challenges as it relates to public safety and how we're all using our public right-of-ways. So we have to all be working together, trying to look for some common sense solutions on how we can respect the rights of the public right-of-way.
It became very clear that people really wanted better options to get around the city. They voiced everything from better walking networks, better transit networks, light rail was one of the comments that we heard a lot. So we really thought the building block of our city was to go back and look at our transportation patterns. Metro government released a plan in 2016 called Move Louisville, and it was really our strategic multimodal plan. We have different modes of transportation: driving, transit, riding a bus or riding a train, bicycles, walking. That's what we refer to as multimodal. And really what we're hoping for is that we have multiple types of options that are available to our residents and businesses at all time for getting around the city. Our goal of Move Louisville is really to improve connectivity across the community, and that means more options for people to get around, both in terms of routes and in terms of modes of transportation. And what we've seen from other cities is that making investments, strategic investments in other modes of transportation, that's been able to move cities around much more efficiently than it is today and at a much better value to the public. We look at cities like Portland, Oregon and Seattle, Washington, which are making significant investments in both transit and bicycle networks and land use changes, trying to get more dense land use patterns so that transit is more efficient.
We need to be looking at models, and if we have to look at other countries that have all types of transportation, and they have figured out how to make that work.
Having better options and better choices are going to be better for everybody. So whether you're a high wage earner or a low wage earner, you need to get around. And so we want to make sure that there are options and reliable options for people to get to and from work. And we want to make sure that those options are equitable. So we don't want to have people that are riding a bus having, on average, a double commute time than average Louisvillians.
And so we have been trying to integrate that and have complete streets with our cars and trucks and so forth, and the bike lanes. We've got to be all working together and taking responsibility for all of our own actions. We're each responsible for this, whatever vehicle we're driving or transporting in.
Whether you're riding a bus, driving a car, walking or biking, we want people to have a safe, comfortable, reliable trip throughout the community, and we really want people to have multiple modes, and we hope that that helps build a stronger community. We hope that builds a stronger economy, and we hope that that keeps our environment strong and healthy as well.